Hey, good evening. How are you doing? Demo release. Yeah, a big day for us with the demo being out today. And yeah, I thought it would be nice to play around and have you around, the new players and the old players. And yeah, just give it a go and chat a little. I'll try to keep track of the chat. I'm not sure if that works. It depends a little on if we are like 10 people or 50 or something like that. So, I think let's just get right into it. I will peek over from time to time to see if you have any questions, and yeah, go into it as good as I can. I'm always also listening to your feedback, so of course on the stream it might be a little bit more difficult for me to follow, so more complex feedback is always great in the Discord. I'm playing with a controller. Let me know if the sound is too loud or not, or something like that. I can always adjust a little. Hydro Prismic asked, is there a way for me to play? Yes, you can play the demo. So the demo released today, you can just grab it in the Steam shop and play around. Because I got the demo and now it doesn't work. So that's not good. Yeah, so we can't live debug that now, but I'm happy to look into it afterwards. So maybe drop a explanation on the Discord or on the Steam forums, and yeah, then we can see what's wrong there. So what's new? Yeah, you can check that out. I hope some of you had the chance to play already. We will just get right into it. As a little explanation, so how should Dome be played in the future, is that you always choose a loadout here, and with each run you can unlock new stuff to choose. So one avenue of choice is the Dome, and the Dome primarily defines what weapon you are using. Like the Laser Dome, that's I think pretty known by now. But this one, the Sword Dome, this will be the next one. It's already kind of, I mean, it's ready to play. It will go into playtest soon. And then the Artillery Dome. That's still very prototypical. Yeah, but there will be, yeah, I'm not sure how many we will have until when we release. But after that, I'm sure we will add more things. Yeah, the Dome is one thing, the Keeper is another. You can see here. So these are not yet explained. You can see the Keeper on the left. This one just carries the resources and drills into the rock. Other Keepers could have different modes of work. Yeah, the Gadget is straightforward. There's now a primary Gadget, the Orchard, the well-known Orchard, but also the Repellent and the Shield. These were sitting in different spots before, but now they are called what's a primary Gadget. And these sit always in the side of the Dome. You got the demo when it was called Dome Romantic. Yeah, so that demo is gone. But I think it's gone for a long time. So now you should be able to play the Dome Keeper demo. If you have the Dome Keeper demo and it's not running, best reinstall it. I guess that should work. Yeah, I'm very happy that you find the demo amazing and beautiful. That's good. How much should the game cost? That's not yet defined. I usually turn that around and ask people, okay, how much do you think? And that's a pretty good estimate. So I don't think I've heard someone be more than $5 off from what I'm thinking of as a price, but it's not yet decided. Oh, you love that demo. It's a lot harder than the web-based one. Yeah, the web-based one is really old. That's really the Game Jam version, right? And this is a year later now. So Game Jam was 3 days and a bit, and this is the work of a half a year and a bit, I would say. So of course we are playing on Brutal. And this is the intended difficulty, and now we are in our beautiful Dome, and I can move around very slowly with my gamepad. So let's get going. So the dome, the orchard is already producing, and we will just be starting to mine a little. And the first upgrade to get is usually a good idea to get this one first. Oh, what's is that right? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I was a little bit confused because it didn't fill up immediately. And that happens when I have the dev mode activated. So I thought I had the dev mode on. Yeah, so Rockwood would pay $8 to $12. That also depends on where you are located in the world, because Steam adjusts prices. And of course, yeah, there are also things like sales eventually. And here you can already hear that Cameron also worked on every track from the OST and refined that a little and updated it to fit the new style better. And this one's already, I can hear that it's different than what we had before. Okay, the first mine comes in, the first wave, first monsters. Orchard is absolutely busted. What do you mean with that? The background art looks immaculate, says Kustakis. Yeah, thank you. So we took so long to make the new graphic style. That was really a lot of hard work. So when back in February, we released the Dome Romantic demo. And this was a demo that was actually not really modified since October last year. And during the whole time of this year, we were working on bringing the old Dome Romantic into a new style to make it Dome Keeper and update the graphic style. And that was a ton of work. Also in figuring out what works and like how we can do the new map style. I forgot to check the clock. I made a little stream before about where I showcased a little bit what we did with the graphics rework and the process. It's still up on YouTube. Orchard is way too good. Oh, it dwarfs the other starter gadgets. Yeah, I always loved the, says Jaco, I always love the discussions around the gadgets because yeah, you can hear someone say, yeah, okay, the orchard is absolutely useless. it doesn't help. Only the shield is the right thing to pick. And then the next one comes around and says, yeah, oh, the orchard, it's so amazing. And that's for me when I know we got a good balance. If people have love for all the different gadgets and upgrades. So full hut unlocked. Hey Zimni. So so now I mean a lot of people know now what Dome Keeper is, or played the Dome Romantic demo, but we also got some people around like Zimni when our Discord was like I don't know, 40 people. And that's pretty amazing to me that some people stuck around for so long. And, yeah, that's really cool to have. And Zimni is one of them, a veteran. Oh, just now I remember I didn't even want to play in this world. I wanted to play in the other looking world, but doesn't matter. And I wanted to take the repellent this time. Yeah, let's grab the gadget first. Yeah, probe scanner is also fun to use. It's definitely a good gadget. Okay, a big bada boom asks, will the ability to carry over a gadget to the next game be restored? Or is that feature dropped for good? That's not yet certain. I think you won't be able to carry over a gadget in the future. But what I wanted to do, but I didn't have yet, is that you can unlock certain perks that you can carry over. Like starting a run with already fully upgraded HUD. And these you would unlock when you lose the game. And you can pick one. It would be interesting to see some background holes with layers or 2 parallax in larger unmined areas. Yes, absolutely. And that's actually something we already prototyped. So we already got sprites for that. It's just not something that's in yet. But this will definitely come, like more complex background elements. Like these little spots you can see here. Yeah, these got finally into the game, I think 4 days ago or something like that. So the ticks. Yeah, the ticks were a new addition. These weren't in the original Dome Romantic demo. So these ones are definitely new. Oh, I need things. I need iron. Okay. Do you know if you are going to make achievements or do you not know yet? It says JRDL. Yeah, I think there will be achievements. I can't really say what will be there for release because I don't know. So the time frame for release is pretty tight, and I wouldn't want to like cut a dome to have achievements in. But yeah, of course we also want to make achievements. So if it's not there on release, we will patch it. And that also depends on if the release of Dome is going well, if it's a success, and we can actually like continue to work on the game. But so far, I think it's looking pretty good. And I made a tactical mistake here. I dropped 1 iron, and now I don't have enough iron to get a laser upgrade. And I would have had a lot of ticks here. I would have had the time to carry that 1 iron with me. That was a fun wave. So the waves also got overhauled. Before, in the Dome Romantic demo, they were actually predefined waves that were chosen fitting to your progress in the game. And now the new waves are really randomized. These are really random, procedural. And that allows for more crazy combinations, but also some setups that might be a little bit unfair, maybe. Let's leave 1 here. And as you can see here, plants are growing, and with each round there are a few more plants, so they keep growing and growing. Have the boundaries of the map been expanded? Yes, the map really looks different. It's before that it was also in Dome Romantic it was like a pyramid shape, and now it's really, it could have any shape, a natural shape. And we can also make huge maps. Like these are relatively small maps, I would say, so that the demo doesn't last ages. But we can make way larger maps that you would play 2 hours or longer on. So the new laser strength immediately helps with the ticks. Okay, can I get something with my water? Teleport back? I think I'm gonna grab this one. Or teleport resources. I saw that some people, the YouTubers, bought teleport resources, and they played with a version of the game that was a little bit older than this, and it still had a bug where the teleporter was not really able to pull in resources when they were stacked. What should we get? Teleport back or teleport resources? I'll let you decide and grab the next round. Hello, I just want to say if I fail my test on Wednesday, it's because of you guys. Yeah, I mean, you can repeat tests, but can you really repeat the launch of Dome Keeper demo? You have to decide that. Yeah, but I know the struggle. So when I was in university, I spent way more time gaming than actually going places to learn. But yeah, ending up here, it seems to have worked out. So I can't really comfortably carry 6. That's a bit too much. When I go now back, I would have a little bit of extra time. So I drop these here, mine a little bit more, optimizing, and now I can go back and maybe just grab a few and yeah, push them down again. That was a good idea. Resources. Oh, you all want. Oh, that's pretty clear with resources. Oh boy, there are many ticks here. No. Ouch. That wasn't good. So teleport resources. Okay. I'll get it. Oh, I can still port. Oh yeah, but I guess that was intentional. Don't really remember. Yeah, that looks good. And with that, I want to buy the health upgrade and repair then. Oh, too much. And let's drill down here. It's a little bit softer. You can see how overgrown that area has become. And we will still, one patch we might make this week is add more variety to these plants. Especially to these grassy ones. Oh, I'm running this too close. Okay. We got enough, luckily, to get a few good things. Oh, that's a big wave. The best thing about university students is that you can choose to, if you go to classes. Yeah, and that's the worst thing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I chose to stay at home mostly. Yeah, what I don't do well actually here is I often place the teleporter in a spot and then don't move it that much. But I think it's best if you always keep it close, so that yeah, you minimize the paths. I haven't actually played a round where I used this resource teleporting a lot, so that's interesting now. Oh, you can see how hard the teleporter pulled that resource. That's maybe a little too hard. That's the bug fix actually. Oi, oi, oi. Wow. It's it's going crazy. It's a little bit annoying that I have like single resources lying everywhere. So can we get something nice? No. I feel like I haven't used the orchard in a long time, but that's not right. When we will see the old prospection meter. Yeah, that will get back too into the game, but it needs a few things. It needs new graphics, and it also needs a system so that you don't, if you get, for example, the probe, that you then aren't offered the prospection meter all the time. And this is kind of a new feature that some gadgets kind of exclude other gadgets. I feel like my drill should be stronger. What difficulty I'm playing on? This is brutal, so this is basically the normal difficulty. It was called normal once upon a time, but yeah, people saying, "Oh, this is brutal," and I thought, okay, so if everyone thinks this is brutal, it might be better to actually name it like that, so it's closer to what people feel like. So, and now let's get the drill I wanted to have. I wonder if most of you would have taken the laser upgrade instead. I'm really a very late laser upgrader. Oh, that's not good. The rock does a lot of damage, so ideally it should be avoided. I will grab these sticks over there. I think the worm, I need to rebalance the worm a little bit. Either it shouldn't react that much. Oh, yeah, go into the teleporter. Either it shouldn't react that much to being stunned, or it should have a lower weight in the waves. Right now it's ranked pretty high, so that, which means the game thinks a wave with a worm is pretty hard. And the worm itself is not really difficult to handle. It might be difficult if it gets into certain combinations with other monsters though. Oi! Oh yeah, yeah, I have to see if what I can do about the teleporter. The problem was that when it was trying to suck in these resources and it didn't pull super hard, it couldn't move the ones in a stack. I also built kind of chaotic mines, and I had at some points I had actually trouble to find my way. I think the power upgrade is due. Wow, that's a tick wave. That's actually a funny wave. And that's not a wave I would have ever designed, but it's still kind of fun for me to see it pop up procedurally. As long as it has not every second wave looks like this. Yes, demo is out. I can see the worm being fine as long as there isn't more than one of them. Yeah, that's right. So if you have two or maybe more, especially on opposite sides, it will get way more of a problem. Oh, didn't want to grab this one. Doesn't matter. Oh, this region now has already become very overgrown. Okay, can we get something nice? No one gets the laser sight, I guess. It's more intended for the kind of last laser where you have trouble moving the laser before shooting. While shooting. Not before shooting. Oh, that's not good. The drill is something I always upgrade a couple of times quickly. I'm quite surprised you waited so long to get the second upgrade. Says big bada boom. Yeah. Yeah, I very much also, I think I prefer the carry strength first. And I think it's always also a little bit of a different thing when you have the orchard. It does help you drill. Now I wish I had the teleporter here. But I'm also so deep into the mine that I can't risk too much now with not getting back. Or actually like getting lost in the mines. I find that the biomes actually help with orientation, because it doesn't look all the same anymore. Oh, yeah, let's do that first. Oh, upgrade time. That one. Big one! Oh, I should have taken care of these sticks first. Now it really helps that I got the laser movement speed. Does shooting slow the laser down, or does it work off some sort of charge? Yeah, it does slow the laser down, and it slows it more down the stronger the laser is. You can see that here speed while firing is 0.6, whatever that means. Oh, that's probably percent. That's 60%. That's 35%, 20%, 5%. And with that upgrade, it barely moves while firing. Yeah, move speed I got just now. It's interesting how everyone has different strategies. Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy that a lot. That there can also be discussions around strategies. It's not clear that one is the best. It's more a kind of a preference. Different people play it in a different way. And now I'm building a really something bad here. When I would have to go back now, it would be a problem. So let's build an upwards area. I haven't actually found another gadget yet, so I missed those. But I also need the teleporter. Come on. Oof. That was closely timed. I feel like I handled that wave really well. Whew. I can't believe Rennie is X-raying to find copper. What do you mean? X-ray. That was just like random. I found these. Oh yeah. Let's find that gadget chamber, yeah. That was quicker than I thought. Yeah, gadgets are harder to find. Yes, and there are also fewer. So in the old Dome Romantic demo, I think there were like 5 gadgets around. And here you have less, which is also, I mean, you start with 1 more, so naturally you will find less. So we really don't, we don't need either. I mean, yeah, we can do that and really pimp our orchard then. Yeah, get this one, and now let's go to town with that growth time so that we can do it really often. Drill speed, just getting it all. Oh, maybe that wasn't too smart. It's not like we have a lot of time left. Quickly back up again. In the playtest I didn't realize you can shoot the warm projectiles. Yeah, that's something you have to figure out. What is supposed to help you with that is that the warm projectiles are actually black and not white, like the projectiles from the flyers. Oh, that's not good. No. I really want to avoid the warm projectiles. Condenser for the win. Yeah, condenser is also a gadget. So some people say, yeah, utterly useless, no one needs it. And some people are like, yeah, condenser is OP, it's the best. It's basically mandatory. You can't do any run without a condenser. So yeah, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, this doesn't feel necessary. I might have to adjust that. So I'm going all in with the orchard. But what should we get last? Duration is 25 seconds more. 10 faster is not that much. Drill speed buff, I'm not sure, so that depends on how it feels. What are the taxes on those? I think since it's outer space, it's tax free. Duty free. So now we should really be able to mine a ton. So, and then tell me the orchard is useless. That's a good pile. Okay, teleporter, do your thing of smashing these resources around like crazy. Definitely want to have the condenser auto-collect. I didn't have any diver yet. And that's kind of fun, having so many ticks to pop. You always get duration. Yeah, duration seems the best. So maybe we should nerf it then. So the setting of the game is kind of like early 18th, 19th century America with Western expansion. Yes, that's actually a pretty good comparison. That's what I was thinking about mostly in my head. That you are more of a adventurer, investing your money or livelihood into a dome to go for riches. But that's all these background lore is still not really advanced, I would say. Just some loose thoughts of why we are here, how why there are gadgets in the ground and such. So I feel like we probably should update the teleporter eventually, so that it can that it can suck up these resources in a larger area. Okay, finally I want to go straight up now. Oh, would you look at that. And we have a lot of iron and little cobalt. So upgrades. Let's get a repair. And I think I want to get the double laser. Just among many other adventurers trying to take advantage of free land opportunity. Yeah. So that's kind of the thought that. Oh, two drillers from one side. That's not. It should work out. Now we have some time to relax, and it's also getting really hot in this cap. Oh yeah, that driller will get some action. Do you guys think the IR survived in this universe? Yeah. Really love the ambience and sound design of this demo. It says the whole deafening silence atmosphere quite well. Yeah, so we got a professional sound designer, Martin Quale. And he's doing very, very nice things with the sound. And before that, it was only a $20 sound pack I was using for everything. So I got duration, and which means I got duration, but I actually explained before that we need something else. So the teleporter can teleport better. feel like the buffed mode from the orchard is now our... Oh, come on, little teleporter. Is now our default. It will last so long, and if it's over, we should already be ready to... Oh no, we shouldn't be ready to get the next one, but it should be produced relatively fast. So let's get back up. Swoosh. I also want to make a racing minigame where you have to go through these corridors. Like oh yeah, there it's already finished. I'm wondering if it should not grow when we are still using it. That makes more sense. Ooh. Okay. Just dig a hole so the resource pool under the... Yeah, I think that's a good plan, and that's what actually was a problem before, and what we improved during the playtest. A lot of things with the resource collision. Oh, we are really well off now. I could probably even get the hardening, but I won't. Ah, yes, that one. I feel like these ones are overpriced then. It's relatively fast even without the cooldown improvement in the area is probably nice. But there should still be another gadget around. Not that we have a huge amount of options left. So yeah, now we can run every round with the fruit, now that we fully upgraded. And it's also very strong. Yeah, there we have the last gadget. Will there be a minimap upgrade? Yes. I was just wondering that maybe the orchard, the buff, the drill is not as fast as it should be because of some like parameters with the knockback. I will need to look into that. The minimap. I want to have a gadget that's basically upgrade to the normal station, and there you can get upgrades that are mostly information based. So like getting infos about the next wave that's incoming, things like that. Do we need drill strength? Oh, we don't need anything. So the double laser is really good here. Which is why it will be removed. No, but changed. So the double laser will not be an upgrade you can get just for paying some iron. There will be some special conditions. Oh, I ate that fruit and I still was running on the last one, I think. Teleporter going crazy. Like, give me that. Will you keep your gadgets in the campaign? It depends a little on the game mode. For the migration mode, this is intended, but the migration mode is not yet finished in any way. So it's not yet sure if this will work out as we imagine it. But there the basic idea would be that you play a while on one world and then move on to the next world with all your things and with your gadgets. Oh wow, this side is strong. Oi. You can see at the impact that the rock does plenty of damage. Oh, and now the this might be the weakness of the double laser. I had trouble. So the right one is inverse now. So I had trouble actually aiming at the rocks because I had to press right if I wanted to shoot left. But I think there's not that much space left, so we should eventually also find the relic. And I want to try if we manage to win the last battle. So this battle is, I'm not sure if that was obvious. I guess so. It's not meant to be won. Oh yeah, there we have it. It would be nice if the stun laser was a bit smarter. Would choose a different target from the one you are shooting, or maybe guard the other side of the dome. Yes, in theory, I mean, not in theory, but that's perfectly right. But it's very difficult to state a rule how the stun laser should operate that will not be super strange. Like, if it should guard the other side. If it's already shooting a monster, should it then just stop shooting the monster and move to the other side? What if you start shooting that monster too? What if you shot that monster only accidentally because you were aiming to on another one besides it? So it's not. I see a lot of room for when the laser gets smart, for the laser doing things you do not want. And this is why I'm a little bit hesitant. But also, I just didn't get around to it. What I thought about was having priorities, where the laser could get priorities. And these you would be able to configure. Like you could say, okay, should it target walkers or flyers or first? Other than that, it just targets what's around near it. So, relic uncovered. Now, let's see what we can do. Oh! Don't need that, but doesn't hurt. So, I wanna get upgrades. Health upgrade. Oh yeah. Hardening. And what else? Here we can get some things. What can we get? Fire endurance. Should we get speed or damage? It can do some damage. Or endurance. Oh yeah, let's get this one and speed. New popcorn enemies are great. Yeah, thanks. Oh, you more gallons finished the new demo and loved it. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. The keeper. Okay. I will take a minute to read what you wrote, because it was a little bit more. The keeper being depressed is less absurd than you might think. Being alone messes with you hard, and the aliens trying to kill you don't help. Yeah, that's a good observation, I think. About the stun laser, once you start taking into account the stun laser is targeting nearest monsters, you can adjust. Yeah. Yes, that's also how I would roll. So if you expect the stun laser to read your mind, it will probably read a lot of wrong things into what you do. Okay, so let's see if we can actually win this last battle. Oh, doesn't look like it. Okay, I massively overestimated how much we would be able to do. Yeah, it's not like we made a dent in that wave. Oh yeah, we won. So yeah, we got also a new statistics screen, and now is a good time to suggest new statistics. Like what else could we have there? Anna had some like funny ideas, like distance traveled without bumping into a wall, like when you're fast and dodge through the areas. Darcy Mose also played the game and liked it. That's what I want to hear. I cleared all the blocks. The Easter egg is cute. Yes, so there's a new secret that we don't talk about, so to not spoil anyone, and we don't tell them there's a secret, which are now spoiled. Ah, John's also around. Jodson, who made a lot of things for Dome, like this epic end animation you can see, at least the orchestration for it, like the sounds and what happens there. Resources, gadgets missed. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, waves you were late to. That's that's fun. Like times you've been too late to the defense. Pets petted, popcorn popped, damage taken. Yeah, damage taken is also something, or damage sustained. That would be interesting. Got shot by flyers. Kill type per monster. Yeah, I had that initially. I wanted to add that, but then suddenly the list was getting so long, and that's not really what I think. So if there are 50 different statistics here, it would be too much. Maybe there should be a detail button, and then you can get into these more detailed ones. Damage dealt. Yeah, that's also interesting. But I also like the funny ones. So what we also can do, we don't have to show every statistic every time. So we can also have some like 10 funny ones, and you always see like randomly 2 of them. Resources forgotten in the mine that you didn't pick up ever. Oh yeah, lazy resource collected, like when the lift or teleporter does that for you. That could also be an interesting achievement, like transport less than 10% of the resources yourself. Rock Druid wants to make sure if you can absolutely stream the demo on Twitch sometime. Absolutely, it's now free for all. Yeah, the line from the bomb should be smaller for the tiny monsters. That's a good point too. The lines come from a time when there were no tiny monsters, so these look a little bit funny now. War crimes committed, 1 for each run, because you invade a planet and kill all the inhabitants. Time of laser fired at enemies instead of missing. Yeah, hit rate. Yeah, that's also a good one. Accuracy. Mites popped. How long did you last during the final wave? As a statistic? Oh, the final wave. I'm not sure if we are going to keep that. So that was originally only a quick thing we did for PAX East to have the players to not end with a okay, the game's over now, you won, you got the relic, but to have like a little bit of fun. And I kept it for the demo and changed it up a little bit, and it's fun, but yeah, I'm not sure if it will stay like this. John, good idea. Also achievement idea, shredding all your gadgets. Yeah, wave speed without taking damage. That's also interesting. Number of times you missed the monster by like 2 pixels. So close. How many times each gadget is used? That's also a good one. I like it. Something for the detail screen. Number of live playing Dome. Don't know what that. Like how many people on Earth are playing Dome? One in a billion. Like gas warfare and repellent. Maybe it's more like with bees, where you have a little bit of smoke to calm them down. And maybe it's more like that. Not really gas warfare. Monster kills that include all mites, they count as 1. I took care of that, so... or they should count as 1. Maybe they count as... They don't count at all, I'm not sure. They should count as 1. So, yeah, and you can also see... So now we unlocked a new primary gadget and actually the new difficulty. Which is a good thing. Oh, and here we can see what we are up to. The Sword Dome. That's a fun one. It will not be in the demo ever, because if we keep adding content to the demo, we can just skip releasing the full game and I don't know, have the demo up. But of course it will be in the full game, and it's already looking very good. It's a lot of fun to play, a lot more skill based than the laser, not only about aiming left, right and firing, but a lot about momentum and like planning series of moves. So that's really fun. Condenser and repellent is nice together. Yeah. Condenser is really helpful if you go heavy on these water consuming gadgets. Yeah, goodbye killer. Achievement: win a round with no straight tunnel part longer than 3 blocks, like a maze. That's the maze achievement. I see Sword Dome has a charge projectile and a torpedo mode to handle flyers. Yeah, basically it can reflect the shots back at the flyers with the base it has, and it can extend the sword to stab them. And this is how you handle the flyers. But it's still, it has 3 different things it can do, and laser has 1, so that's already kind of more complex, and definitely not a starter dome. What are the other keepers? One of them looks to be throwing a Pokeball. Yes, so there are a few different ideas for the keepers around, and I started prototyping some of them. And it's not yet clear. I don't want to promise any keeper that I don't know if it will make it. Yeah, so we are still experimenting with them a lot. With the domes so far, it has been easier. Like the sword dome was very quickly quite fun, and the artillery dome also feels like it's going in the right direction. And yeah, I mean we have ideas for more domes, like one dome that's really a tower defense dome, where you buy more and more little towers that do the fighting, and you don't have to do that much. That could be fun, I think, especially for people who don't like the skill-based part that you would get with the sword, for example. The sword seems very bad for worms. Yeah, it's very strong against everything that comes close, and everything that stays far away. That's more of a challenge for the sword, and that will also be difficult in monster designing monsters that work basically for all the different domes, and not have monsters that are basically impossible for any dome, or half of the monsters being impossible for one dome, impossibly hard. How many game modes will the game have? Also a good question. Let's just go back to the main menu for now and listen to that music. Yeah, so there were always like 2 planned modes, and this is also not yet clear. So it will be either the migration mode or a very big map, or both. And it could also be have an endless mode, where you would have one like very large map and you could go on and on. But that's all, as I said, not yet clear what makes it into the game on release, and what might make it into the game afterwards, in the time post-release. Does the sword dome have a different look to the computer and fruit tree, or are those new gadgets? Yes, these are basically different looks. This was the orchard for the sword dome, and each dome has its own shredder and its own computer, and also a different way the computer works, at least visually. And it also has its own soundscape, so it sounds different. So we try to really differentiate these domes. How to stop the divers with the sword? Yeah, so you can either try to slice them when they are near, or you extend the sword to pierce them. And what's not yet, well, I haven't decided on yet, if you can also at least block their charge with the base, with the sword base. You like the fluttering wings on the keeper? Oh, it is basically the jetpack. Yeah, and this keeper would be the one that throws explosives. Or Pokeballs. Could also be. So, and now I will get the repellent. I'll just, yeah. Well, it's your dome to lose. Yeah, and here we also see the oh, I forgot one thing what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do in the last in the underground we dug out so nicely. I wanted to zoom out and make a screenshot. I'm sure that looked nice. So, and the repellent could probably use a few more upgrades, but there's not that much we can do right now. It needs a little bit of new mechanics also. Will the game get updates after the launch? Absolutely. Yeah, that's something we will definitely do. Most likely some free updates, and if we also manage to make a larger pack, we can also make a DLC that could be paid. So that's not entirely clear which way it will go, but there will be updates. These wings. Oh, or do you mean, yeah, all these things that go out the pads, yeah. Morgellons loves the different plants and moss growing about in the mine. Yeah, help you orient yourself, yeah, I fully agree. So back in Dome Romantic, it could really be a maze. Would we encounter creatures moving into the mine, like insects, aliens, sloths, and such? Yes. So these are also one thing we want to do, and we actually had one animation from Mars Leader 288, who made a really cool animation for exactly that. I can show you that. But this is one thing that's not yet implemented, and yeah, we have to see when we fit that in, because that's something that would be like visual candy and not really gameplay affecting. And right now it's important that we concentrate on making domes, keepers, and modes, and gadgets, and monsters, and birds. Yeah, so for the plants, that's also something quite new, and also that they are not popping in and then are there, but that they grow over time. That's also something we implemented the last 2 weeks in the playtest. So over 1 hour over, and one good run behind us. What we could do is take a small look in the Miro that we have. I can show you a little bit of new stuff and of fan art we saw before. I just have to deactivate the game capture. Yeah, and there we can look at it. And here we had this animation I was speaking of from Mars Leader 288. And he basically showed how he imagined that there would be different creatures in the cave, and each of these creatures messes a little bit with with your resources. Like one steals it, these little rats snip a line, but also just these moths. I think that's a really interesting touch. And what's also very strong here is that the light comes in from the top and these nice plants. Yeah, but we can't have it exactly like that. But I mean, it's a super cool animation. And he was also advocating hard for the harpoon dome, because on one stream I told that we would not have the harpoon dome because I would rather have that as a gadget, and he animated how he would think the harpoon dome would work, and that's really funny. I think it definitely looks fun. Morgan says, changing how tough different blocks were at the visual pattern to distinguish them was very nice. Encouraged mining in other ways than optimal paths. Yeah, absolutely. That was something I really cared about. Not have everyone just strip mine. That's not something I want to see in the game. That strip mining is is a dominant way of playing. If it is still dominant, I will just ramp up how hard the hardest rock is. So it basically becomes unfeasible at some point. Yeah, and we had so many cool fan art around, like from Nonbook, who made a lot of different keeper concepts, like the drone keeper that has drones. Or this was more about how you carry resources with like a little gravity device. And yeah, this one who is a lot about moving fast and charging a jetpack and smashing into a wall. That could also be fun. So cool stuff around here. This was also great, like a little Dome Keeper playing Dome Keeper. And that's something what I would like to have. I mean, that's not realistic to put in to release, seeing how many other things we have to do. But it would be great if you could play Dome Romantic in Dome Keeper. That would be super fun. Yeah, you will still strip mine until you add the monsters to stop us. So yeah, it looks like I have to add these monsters, right? Yeah, I'm careful. I don't wanna add like little critters that are annoying. I don't wanna annoy the players. if they don't get anything out of it. Like maybe it would be okay if you can then smash their nest or something like that. A mortar would be cool to see, that has some good ground damage and AoE, but is hard to hit air targets. Yes, that's basically the artillery dome. Will plants only ever be eye candy, or could they maybe grow enough to block passages? Oh yeah, that's also a great point. There are some ideas around for caves in the underground, and also plants that actually have a gameplay impact. But what we have right now is only visual candy. And yeah, in theory it's visual candy, but it also helps, as we stated, to orient yourself in the mine, so you better find your way. Yeah, but I hope so. I hope we can add some things like that. But yeah, focus has to be the things I listed: domes, keepers, modes, worlds, monsters, gadgets. These are really the things that are important for the full game at the first level. Maybe add creatures, fungi, plants that you can interact with for bonuses. Yes, exactly. That's also what I was thinking. Like that you could find, for example, a mushroom that you could then eat, and it would also buff you. Maybe a mech keeper where he gets in his Power Ranger suit of armor and goes out to kill the monsters. Yes, that's also one idea that was floating around. That could also be very fun. I think one of the promising and doable ideas. And there are also like a ton of monster ideas around, like a really large thing that's dropping other monsters. And what we will also do is add some basically tier 2 monsters. So variants of monsters you already know, but a lot stronger. So it makes sense if you migrate and you already got a good laser, that you can actually meet a new challenge on a new world and not just shoot at 20 different flyers. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around. And yeah, Brandon was also making basically a cutlery set. It didn't start with that spatula. I think it started with that. These were the diver designs, and he also made a fork in there. Yeah, also this one's I think this one's my favorite. Just a little guy growing to another guy. A guy is saying hi. Yeah, spatula monster. And these were some designs for the tick. So this one's I think is the one we chose. But there could be a tier 2 tick, right? That's stronger. And actually the old Dome design. Yeah, all little pins. Okay, yeah, I think we got our run through, and the game is still running there. Yeah, it was a fun run. Thank you all so much for joining, for watching, for engaging in the chat. It was fun talking with you. I hope we can do that again soon. And yeah, I wish everyone a nice evening. And yeah, see you around. I hope you have fun with the demo. Feedback's always appreciated. So sorry if I'm cutting some of the things now short, but yeah, I have to do it now. Otherwise, I will get sucked back into the chat again and again. So let's chat on Discord then. Yeah, have a nice evening. Goodbye, and thanks.